What's going on, guys? It's Frager here again, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to turn this house into this one. But before we get into that, if you do end up enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as that really helps me out a lot. And if you have any other suggestions on what you guys want to see me do in future videos, then make sure to leave a comment down below. But anyway, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so we're just gonna dive right into this fix. So the first thing that we are going to fix about this house is the fact that it is built on an even number. So we need to build it on odd numbers because you always want to build your builds on odd numbers. So to fix that, we're just going to remove one of these walls, and I'm going to remove this one. Okay, so now we have this, and I'm also going to remove the roof here because that's going to look really weird right now, and we're pretty much going to have to do a complete redo of the roof here anyways. Okay, so now we are left with this. So the next thing we want to do is we want to put some posts here in each of the corners. So we are going to use spruce logs, and we're going to put these in each of the corners going up like that. And we are also going to do this one on odd numbers. So we're going to put a post here like that, and then we're going to go another 3 blocks out, including this one, and then build up another post like that. Okay, so now we have something that looks somewhat like this. So the next thing we want to do is you just want to get rid of this wall because it's unnecessary right now, and we can remove that stuff as well. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put a foundation down here of cobblestone. So all of these foundation blocks right here are going to be replaced with cobblestone. And we are also going to extend this up to these posts and wrap them around like that. So now we have something that looks like this, and don't forget to put cobblestone underneath these walls right here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fix up these walls, and instead of using a plank, we are going to use a stripped log like this. And I'm using stripped oak, but you can use whatever stripped log you want. And you just want to fill in all the walls, but if you want a window on a wall or a doorways you just do this, and windows you just poke a hole right in the middle, just like that. Okay, so now we have something that looks like this, and your windows and doors can be in different places. It's not that big of a deal, but as long as it looks similar to this, then you should be okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fill in the doorway and the windows here with a door and glass panes. You can use whatever door you want. It's not that big of a deal, but I recommend using a spruce door, and you can either have it go like that, or you can give it a little depth if you want to and have it go like that, but I personally like it looking like that. And then for the windows, you can use whatever glass type you want, but I am using white stained glass, and I recommend using a stained glass, but it's not a huge deal if you don't want to use a stained glass. So now you can probably see that this door is up a block, and we need some way to get up there without really having to jump. So to do that, we're just going to put a stair block there, and we're going to put cobblestone on either side, so it makes a sort of porch area right here. And to add some extra bit of detail to these windows here, I'm going to put some trapdoors on either side, and I recommend using spruce trapdoors, but you can also use dark oak trapdoors or oak trapdoors, whichever one you prefer. So what we're going to do next is we're going to bring these posts up another block and then add some cross beams coming across. Now it's time for the roof. So for the roof, we are going to bring these stair blocks along the bottom like this, and then we're going to bring them out an extra block just like that, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. So now we have something that looks kind of like this, and then we're just going to add an upside down stair like that, and we're going to do this on both ends, and some more stairs on top like that, and another upside down stair with some more stairs on top like that. So now we have something that looks like this, and for this part we're just going to do an upside down stair like that, and then another one at this end just like that, and we're going to put some slabs on top of here and bring this all the way across. And then I like to bring them out an extra block just like that. And as some of you may have noticed, there is a gap gap here, so to fix that, we're just going to fill it in with some more stripped logs. So now we have a house that looks kind of like this, and if this is good enough for you, then you can stop right here, but there are a few extra little details I want to add in if you guys want to keep going with this. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add a chimney on this side, so we are going to break a hole so that it is in this corner here, and then you can design the chimney however you want, and the interior as well. I'm not going to be doing the interior in this video, so you guys can just do that however you want. But for the chimney, we're going to bring this up with cobblestone about there, and then we're going to take a campfire and put it on top of the cobblestone like that, and then put spruce trapdoors all the way around like that, and then flip them up, and then we're just going to do a cobblestone wall on top like that. Now I recommend using spruce trapdoors because you can't see through them, so you can't see the fire there, and you still get the smoke effect. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some little bits of detail to the outside to make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to add a lantern here so that it gives some light on the front porch there, and then we can just add some leaves here and there wherever we feel like it's necessary. Alright guys, so let's go over some of the changes that we made to this house. So the first thing we did is we changed the house to be on odd numbers instead of even numbers. Now I did it on 3 blocks, but you could do it on 5 blocks or however many blocks you want. But as long as it's on an odd number, just trust me, it's going to be so much easier to build the house. And this goes for just about any structure in Minecraft. In some cases, it's okay to build on even numbers, but as a general rule of thumb, try building on odd numbers. You're just going to have a much better time. So the next thing we changed is we added posts in the corners, and we added a cobblestone foundation to the house. Now this step is so that we can add some texture variation. This step is usually one that's overlooked by most people and is just as important as any of these other steps. Adding texture variation to your buildings in Minecraft makes them look so much better. So the next thing we did is we changed the walls to be a stripped log variant instead of a plank variant. Now the reason why I went with a stripped log is because it has a certain smoothness to it that you don't really get with a plank. And that smoother texture should be something that you're looking for when you're trying to build a house in Minecraft. Alright, so really the final thing that we changed about this house was the roof. So what we really did with the roof is we changed it to a different wood variant compared to the walls. And this is a mistake that a lot of people make. They just use the same wood variant that they use with the rest of their house. Additionally, we also added some overhang along all the walls, and that adds a good amount of depth into the build. And that's another mistake that a lot of people make. They think having more depth just makes your build look better, and that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to find the right balance between depth and not having depth. And I think this house does a really good job finding that balance. So as a sort of bonus round, we added a chimney and some bushes to this house to kind of add that extra little bit of detail. Now of course you don't have to add a chimney if you don't want to, and having the leaves here adds a little bit of texture variation, and it also adds a little bit of depth to the build. Now you don't want to go overboard with the bushes because then it can just look like a mess, but you also don't want to skimp out on them because they do kind of hide some of the imperfections in our builds. And that's really why a lot of builders use them. It's to kind of cover up some of the imperfections that they have in the builds. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. So of course, if you did end up enjoying the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as that really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions on what you want to see me do in future videos, don't forget to leave a comment down below. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time.